Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Leah Massey, and today I'm excited to be joined by my guests, Rosie, Halley, and Jess Homa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you guys both.
Nice
You
to
Thanks
meet
for
too.
you.
having me here today. I'm here
Thank you for
somewhere
coming.
different. So we're going to start off things by, can you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves and what your role is at Charter Homes and Neighborhood?
Yeah, I'm Rosie Halley, and this is my sales partner, Jess Homa. We're both neighborhood sales managers here in the Hastings neighborhood. Charter Homes is the builder, Hastings is the neighborhood, and we've both been in the industry for quite some time, almost 30 years total. And so we've worked for several builders. We've been in the real estate industry for quite some time, so we're here to help home buyers find the perfect home for them in the neighborhood.
Okay. All right. How long have you both been involved with Hastings specifically? You may have already said.
I've been here for about 3 years now,
Mhm.
and then Rosie joined us here shortly after I started. So you're what,
About
like
2 years, a
2
little over two
years?
years. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, can you start by telling us a little bit about Hastings and what makes it unique?
Sure.
Mhm.
Um, so Hastings is more than just a neighborhood. A lot of communities that you'll go to are houses on a street, right? So the whole idea of Hastings is to incorporate like food, fun, fitness into our neighborhoods. So you have things to walk to, and we'll tell you all about what all of our amenities are here in this neighborhood. But it's just more than a home.
Yeah, I'm excited to dig deeper into that. For those unfamiliar, what are charter homes and neighborhoods, and what is their philosophy when building a community like Hastings?
That's a great question. A lot of what we do is something that's really different for what you see other new construction doing in the
Mhm.
Pittsburgh area. And just like what we say, when we say neighborhood, you'll hear a lot of builders talk about communities.
Mhm.
We talk more about neighborhood. And part of that means like we are building something where we want you to have a sense of community within your area where you're living. So to us, what that means is a neighborhood, a place to build memories. You'll see like green spaces out here,
Mhm.
um, place where you can really gather with your loved ones, invite your friends in, and just a place to, call home.
Yeah.
And it's more than just a home that you're building, it's also the neighborhood that you're building within.
Okay. Now, how does Hastings differ from just a traditional neighborhood? Like you started to mention, what do you describe it as more than a neighborhood? Like, when I looked at the website, they said it's more than a neighborhood. So, how is it different, and why is it more than a neighborhood?
Great
Okay.
question. So, for example, we have
Yeah.
two different restaurants here that you can walk to.
Okay.
Over the Bar is one of them, and then Recon Brewery is the other. They both have really great food.
Mhm.
They also both have outdoor patios with fire pits. They both do really fun events, like you can do trivia night. They have live music from time to time. So just places where you can go, but also like the public comes in as well. So
I
it's
was about
not
to ask that.
not
Okay.
just
Mhm.
Okay.
for Hastings
Uh-huh.
residents, but you can bring your friends, family, and everybody's welcome there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You get a lot of outsiders that do come out to them? Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
really good food at both places, so they're always pretty busy.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do residents appreciate most about living in Hastings?
I think that the immediate sense of a neighborhood feel when they come in here. So, as I was saying before, we're not just building you a home, we're building you also a neighborhood that you can love in addition to that. So when you come here, you will see people playing out in the green, you'll see people walking around. People really want that sense of a neighborhood, and they want a sense of they're moving into something where they're going to fit in, they're going to find people to create relationships with others who live in the same place that they do.
Mhm.
And I think that's why it's such a popular and unique setting. It's really just something so different than what is offered anywhere else.
Yeah, like when I was coming here today, I seen a family just setting out in the green, like and just eating their lunch
That's
there.
right. It
Yeah.
happens all the time,
And then,
every day.
yeah, they don't have to walk too far or drive to a park. They just come out and just
Exactly.
sit. So it's like
Right.
really nice.
Yeah.
Um, how is the experience of living here different from or like other neighborhoods in the area?
I would say different from like just going back to all the things that you can walk
Uh-huh.
to here. On top of the restaurants, we have a hair salon. So you can walk to get your hair done here. We also have a yoga and bar studio here. So you can
Okay.
buy classes or packages for that. They do really fun events there too. Like they'll do like a like hot and cold, like a sauna and cold plunge day.
Oh,
They'll do yoga on the green some days when
yeah.
it's nice out. On top of that, we also have Bartram House Bakery that just joined the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
So you can walk and get your coffee, or you can even like if you work from home, you can walk down to the bakery and work from there if you get sick of being in your house all day. And then we also have a private Hastings athletic club here too.
Oh, okay.
So you get like 24-hour access to a gym.
Mhm.
You get a key fob, and you can use the gym as your own at any time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I did see people when I came in here too. I did see people sitting outside eating and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really
When
unique.
we're fortunate enough to have a beautiful day in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Right.
yes, 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 yes. Beautiful day today. Hastings is described as a purpose-built gathering place. What does that mean in practice?
Great question. So I think really the purpose, we're trying to build like the great American neighborhood,
Mhm.
right? So when we think about it, the great American neighborhood is what we envision it to be is kind of what we have been saying all along, right? Is a place to gather, a place to build something together, to
Mhm.
gather with individuals, build relationships. So very walkable neighborhood. And it's really just important for us to have the kind of all of those things that we're talking about, incorporating fun,
Mhm.
food, fitness. That's why all of our neighborhoods are very walkable. We have
Mhm.
sidewalks everywhere. We're
Mm.
surrounded by 600 acres of parkland, so
Yeah.
for the fitness aspect
Yeah.
of it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We also have one thing that Jess didn't mention that everybody seems to love here is Green Tree Veterinary Clinic.
Mhm.
They are here too. So most of the people who live here have a furry friend of
Yeah,
some
okay.
kind, right? So they have a place to take them for
Yeah.
their care too.
Mhm.
But really, it's all about like, you just want to create this sense of a neighborhood feel, safe and friendly and fun for everyone.
Okay. Now, do they have other places like this, other types of neighborhoods like this in the surrounding areas? Are you
Yeah, so
okay?
charter homes,
Mhm.
we now have 4 neighborhoods open
Oh,
in the
okay.
Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
This is the only one currently in the South Hills. We have our fingers crossed for more to come.
Yeah.
But we have 3 in Cranberry as well, in the
Oh.
Cranberry area, north of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and each neighborhood has its own amenities. So each
Mhm.
one is like different and special in its own way,
Oh,
as
okay.
far as what it offers and has for the homeowners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice to know. So there's some variety there.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What makes Hastings truly one of a kind? And I know we talked a lot about it, but what makes it one of a kind that you can say?
I think it's more of a feeling than
Okay.
something that you can express. And so I would really encourage anybody who is, possibly looking for a home to drive through the neighborhood. I can't tell you how many times Jess and I hear that. From people who have been here and visiting the shops and businesses, to people who have never been here before, who take their first drive through. It's really just a feeling. And how we create that feeling is the design of the neighborhood. We want to have a really timeless feel, but it's fresh
Yeah.
too. It feels new, but it feels beautiful. And it also feels like you don't know if it's been here for 20 years or 50 years or if it's brand
Yeah.
spanking new.
Mhm.
And that was done intentionally.
Mm.
We have nice mature trees throughout.
Mhm.
We have this open green space for people to gather in and play in. We hold events out here. So I
Yeah.
think it's more of a feeling than something that you can really accurately depict with words.
Mhm.
And so I would really just encourage people to come experience it
Mhm.
for themselves.
And it's huge.
And it's
It
huge
is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
in the
So
best way.
yeah, 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 yeah. So that walk, you can have a long walk.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes, yes. How do people experience a sense of community here?
Think there's so many different ways, and everybody
Mm.
has their own way. Some people are big walkers. They walk their dog on the. There's over 5 miles of walking trails and
Mhm.
sidewalks just within side of the neighborhood. Some people join the events that Hastings has. Like for example, we do movie nights here in the summer where we put up a big screen, and you can bring like your friends, blankets, food, all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff. Watch an outdoor movie. They also do something almost every holiday. We have a Home for the Holidays event around like Christmas time every year where they light the tree and
I
it's
did
like kind
see
of like
that.
a
Oh,
light up
yeah.
night
Mhm.
idea. There's like horse and carriage rides that go through the
Oh.
neighborhood, live music, fire pits, all
Mhm.
kinds of things. Some like fireworks on the 4th of
Oh,
July, you
okay.
can see very well from Fairview Park.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people gather in the green for that as well. Halloween's super fun. So
Okay.
just so many different ways, and everybody's different. Some people come to every event, some people don't, and it's totally up to you.
Yeah. I think when I came here and I, looked into this space, there was an event going on, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something going on outside too.
Yeah.
The Fire and Ice
Oh, is
Festival.
that it? Okay.
Okay,
That's
All
right.
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
fire pits outside.
Yeah.
We had ice sculptures outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a fun
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Hastings has one of the largest green spaces, which I got to see some of it. What does that look like for residents? Like I said, I did see someone sitting out there, family having lunch. What else? And you mentioned some things too. What other
Sure.
things do they do?
So we have that movie out there. We
Uh,
did the fire. We use it for the Fire and Ice Festival. In the summer months, there are fire pits out there. People
Mhm.
can use them at their leisure. In the summer, there are always families out here. People, sunbathe out here. There are Adirondack chairs out there if you want to get some sunshine out there. There are families out here who bring out little cones and like soccer balls and soccer nets, and they'll set up a soccer game out there.
Oh.
People use it in so many different ways. People will bring their pets out here and play fetch with their dogs. I mean, so many ways. But this is just one of the green spaces. This is the main green space, but we have several green spaces throughout the neighborhood too, so that you don't have to be right here to enjoy it.
Okay.
If you are located in the back of the neighborhood, there are ones back there
Yeah.
too, or in the side, there's one over there too. So it's nice. We really wanted to incorporate a lot of nice green space for everyone to enjoy.
And I think this also offers people to be close to your neighbors. I think a lot of times in neighborhoods, you don't get to know your neighbors too
That's
well.
right.
So,
Sure.
so it seems
Yeah,
like the
really
people,
wanted to foster that,
yeah,
relationship building.
yeah.
Mhm.
What amenities are available within the neighborhood? And I know you guys mentioned some, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
mhm.
We covered most of like the commercial spaces that we
Uh-huh.
have. Things we didn't even talk about yet is we have a natural playground here. It's called Terra Park,
Mhm.
and it's just so thoughtfully created. There's a natural rock wall for the kids to play on, as well as a slide. And then for the parents, while the kids are playing, we have like a natural fire pit or a gas fire pit that they can stand around. So
Oh,
makes it a little bit more fun for the parents when the kids want to go to the park.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. How do these amenities make Hastings different from other neighborhoods?
I think that the walkability, I think, is something that is really not taken into consideration in many new neighborhoods,
Mhm.
especially, or
Mhm.
even older neighborhoods. If
Yeah.
you drive through like older neighborhoods in Upper St. Clair or Mount
Mhm.
Lebanon that are right around here, a lot of those don't have sidewalks. We have sidewalks everywhere because
Yeah.
it was so important for us to people to be able to get out there and walk and
Mhm.
gather and things like that. But as Jess was talking about Terra Park, something like that, having a natural playground, if you go to visit it, it's so cool. It has like you climb up it on like a rock wall to climb up to the slide and then slide down. It's built into the topography of, everyone knows Pittsburgh
Yeah.
topography,
Yeah.
right? It's built into that. There is a little amphitheater that's built into the hillside so kids can do
Oh, okay.
imaginative play. So I think things like that are just so differently created, and
Yeah, like a lot of thought has went into
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And I think stuff like that is not, I mean, other places are not thinking of those kinds of things, those kinds of amenities to put in for people. I think that's the kind of thing that is different.
Yeah, like I was, even telling our camera guy, I was telling him that I was saying that this is stuff you've seen on TV,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you just see it in real life, like, okay, these exist.
Yeah.
So this is really nice. How do these local businesses and amenities support the idea of Hastings as a gathering place?
That's a great question. I think that having somewhere where people can go, because I think, in a lot of places, you want to get to know your neighbors, but
Yeah.
having like a venue to be able to go to together, not everybody immediately when they move in, everyone's new and, they're just starting to get to know each other. You don't maybe want to necessarily have them over to your home yet
Yeah.
while you're getting to know each other.
Mhm.
This is a common space where people can gather and hang out together and get to know each other while they build those relationships,
Yeah.
right? It's so funny out at Recon Brewing right on the corner. As soon as you come into the neighborhood, a lot of parents will gather there and meet there on a Friday afternoon while the school bus is coming in, wait for the school bus to drop the kids off so the kids can play out in the green space. Then they grab a quick dinner at Steve and Benny's Chicken Shack. Now Bartram House Bakery opened up their location here. They started serving ice cream there too. So it's going to be so wonderful in the summer months for kids to go grab an ice cream cone at night after dinner. It's just such a wonderful way for people to be able to go together. Kids can go down to the ice cream shop and get ice cream together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's meet for a coffee at Bartram. Things like that. Let's go get a class at Mind and Body Yoga Studio. things that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to do in a normal neighborhood that
Mhm.
you can do right here, steps from
Yeah.
your front door.
Yep. Save on gas and
That's
don't have to.
right.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Especially now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you walk us through finding the right home here?
Absolutely. So when you come in,
Uh-huh.
we like to get an idea of like what you're looking
Okay.
for, what your lifestyle is, and what you're interested in.
Mhm.
So we kind of, tell you all about the neighborhood first and foremost,
Mhm.
because that is what's very special about this location. But then we kind of will dive into like what exactly you're looking for, like what would fit your lifestyle and your needs.
Mhm.
Like how many bedrooms do you want? How many bathrooms? All the basic things, like do
Yeah.
you work from home?
Mhm.
All the surface level things, but then also we try to get a good idea of like your time frame, your price point, all the things that are important to you,
Mhm.
and then we try to match you to what we have available here. And we also have a lot of different variety at most times as far as we do single family homes here as well as townhomes. So we typically have something for everybody here.
And you also make them custom too. They can have it something that's already built, or they can.
Yeah, great
Yep.
question.
Uh-huh.
So we have both options
Yeah.
typically.
Mhm.
So we do, and this is something a little bit different than some builders. We do start homes
Mhm.
before they are sold here so that we have different time frames available for everyone.
Oh.
So if somebody comes in and wants a quick time frame, we will most likely have something that is already well under construction that has
Mhm.
been designed by our professional designer that is available for you.
So, what type of designs and floor plans are available, and how do you help match people with the right option? Because I know sometimes that can be overwhelming.
Sure.
So,
It can be
yeah.
overwhelming, especially in a place like this where we offer multiple different floor plans, right?
Mhm.
Townhomes and single families, and
Mhm.
sometimes carriage homes. We did build carriage homes here too.
Mhm.
So we offered a lot more than a
And
lot
what
of
are
other.
carriage homes? Just for
Carriage
people.
homes would be like one level, like main level living, where
Okay.
it has like primary bedroom, garage, kitchen, everything on the main floor.
Okay.
Okay. We did have those at one point. We don't currently have those right
Okay.
now, but we
Okay.
do have
Mhm.
townhomes and single families right now
Mhm.
to offer. So when you
Mhm.
come in here and you tell us, not everybody knows exactly what they're looking
Mhm.
for, or oftentimes people think they know what they want, but until they see something, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
Maybe you show them something and their perspective completely changes.
Mhm.
So that's why it's our job to really dive into what is most important to you
Mhm.
and to sometimes even open your eyes to something maybe you weren't considering.
Mhm.
And that's our job. And we've been doing
Mhm.
it for a long time and kind of honing that skill so that we
Yeah.
can best help you.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, who are the key people involved in the home buying process, and what are their roles?
So here at Charter Homes, we give you a whole home team to work with
Uh-huh.
that's going to help you along the way. So first, you would be meeting with Rosie and I. We would
Mhm.
be finding the perfect home for you in this neighborhood. And then once your home is about to start construction, or if it's a home that is already under construction,
Mhm.
you would then meet your builder of the home. So your builder is kind of the person that is in charge of the construction, and the contractor is actually building your home.
Mhm.
So we between like your neighborhood sales manager and your builder, you have somebody to constantly reach out to, whether you have a question about like the construction side
Mhm.
or anything else. Either
Mhm.
your neighborhood sales manager, Rosie, I would be available to you, or you have your builder available to you as well.
Okay. Thank you. Now, from start to finish, how long does the process typically take?
That's a great question, and
Mhm.
it can vary greatly. So, as Jess was explaining, we offer both
Mhm.
homes, sometimes homes that are ready to move into almost immediately or
Mhm.
within the next couple months.
Uh-huh.
But we often do also offer homes that you can build from the ground up, and you
Mhm.
can choose the home site that you're building upon, and you can choose the floor plan that you're building. All the way down to the cabinet colors that go into it and the countertops and the faucet fixtures.
Mhm.
So it really can greatly vary.
Okay.
So, with that, it can be anywhere from, let's say you come in here and you need to find something and move pretty quickly, we have something for you.
Mhm.
So it can be like a typical, like if you went out and you looked at something that's on the resale market, it could be just like that, only brand new,
Mhm.
right? So we do have some of those that are ready to move into and close within the next 30 to 45 days.
Mhm.
And we also have things that if you started from scratch and you built from the ground up, those typically take, I would say, anywhere from like 7 to 10 months,
Okay.
depending on what you're building,
Right.
townhome or larger single family home, something like that.
And I was just thinking to it also, since you guys have a variety, maybe somebody needs to move quicker and they have something that's just here and they buy it. Do they eventually have you had people who have later on built a custom home in this neighborhood later on, or moved up or something.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you
Yeah.
mentioned that. We actually have had
Yeah.
a few people that have moved here, maybe purchasing like their first home, say it was a
Mhm.
townhome, absolutely love living in this neighborhood, but maybe needed like a little bit more space.
Mhm.
Maybe their family has changed where they've had kids or they've grown in some
Mhm.
way. And we've had quite a few people move into like a larger home here or build a larger home here
Yeah.
afterwards.
So
So
you can grow into this neighborhood. So you can
you
always,
can,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
And I'm just curious too. This is a question. Um, have you had people who have had maybe generations of their family come? Like, okay, maybe some relatives have come in, so they can have their family here and as
That's such
well.
a wonderful question
Yeah.
because that does happen a lot
Hmm.
more frequently than you might imagine
Yeah.
because we've offered so many different floor plans,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And it's funny because sometimes we'll have a family member who purchased here and they're so excited about the process that they want to invite mom and dad to come check out what they're doing. And mom and dad come in here and they think, this is beautiful. This is amazing.
Yeah.
We actually need to downsize. We don't need our big home that we raised our kids
Yeah.
in. And now we want something a little bit smaller, or now we, want, something different.
Yeah.
And maybe opens their eyes and they think, well, I'd love to be closer to you. So I'll move too.
Yeah.
It happens so much more frequently than you would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we
absolutely.
are a big enough neighborhood where, like, if your family moves in, they don't have to be your right next door
Yeah.
neighbor,
But
they
that
can,
happens too, actually.
yeah, but you'll be in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that big where you
Yeah,
can,
that's
yeah,
right,
yeah. And then, how does financing work? What does it look like taking out a mortgage here?
So
Mhm.
at Charter Homes, we give you the choice to work
Okay.
with whatever bank you feel is the best for you,
Uh,
meaning that you're most comfortable with. Maybe you have a bank that you work with all the time,
okay.
or you have the option to shop around and get the best rate.
Mhm.
So we don't have an in-house bank that you have to use.
Mhm.
You can use any bank you want to use.
Okay.
That being said, like some people don't have a bank that they
Right.
like or work with consistently. So we do have some great referrals that we can refer you to.
Mhm.
And sometimes it even offer our home buyers like a special incentive to work with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it's like any other mortgage. There's nothing special. They can like buy any other residential type of
That's
home
a
as
great
well.
question.
Yeah.
And I think probably a
Yeah.
common misconception for someone who hasn't built with a
Mhm.
builder like us
Yeah.
before. Because I think a lot of people assume that this is a construction loan, and
Mhm.
that might scare people because
Mhm.
they don't know enough about it. It's the same exact process as if you were to buy an existing home.
Mhm.
It's just a little bit longer of a process sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
it's still an end loan. You don't have to take draws. You don't have to put 20% down. It's
Mhm.
not nearly as intimidating as you think,
Mhm.
and we make it as easy as possible for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's
it's
good.
really not nearly as scary as people
Okay.
think.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
How does a neighborhood association fit into an ownership experience?
Great question. So there is a neighborhood association
Uh-huh.
here, and their main purpose and goal is to protect your investment.
Mhm.
So when you buy a home here, there are certain like covenants and rules for the neighborhood to
Mhm.
make sure the neighborhood stays looking nice, like the day
Mhm.
that you bought it,
Mhm.
bought your home, and keep all of the homes looking nice as well. So it's just going to prevent people from doing things that could bring like the value of a neighborhood down,
Mhm.
like maybe like parking like a broken down car in your front
Yeah.
yard, or like painting your whole house bright pink or something
Yeah.
like that that
Mhm.
you really wouldn't want like your neighbors to do. So
Right.
it's there to protect your investment, but
Mhm.
in Hastings, a huge benefit here
Mhm.
too is a lot of our homes offer a maintenance-free style living.
Mm.
So the neighborhood association also sets up landscapers that take care of your yard,
Mhm.
your landscaping. Some of the homes here even offer like trimming of your shrubs and snow removal, depending on what you purchase here. So
Okay.
there's a lot of different styles of homes that include different levels of maintenance-free living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
nice.
a very
Yeah.
good benefit to have an association.
Yes. Yes. What is the price range for homes in Hastings?
It's a pretty big price range. Currently not, well, no, I was going to say currently not as big.
Okay.
So right now we are currently offering townhomes that are as small as like 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, like
Mhm.
1,800 square feet, that are around, the low 400s,
Mhm.
up to as large as like a 5 or 6 bedroom single family home, 4-bath, that's like over 4,000 square feet that
Mhm.
could go up to, like the 800, 900,000.
Mhm.
And that I would say that's probably on the higher end. I
Right.
think mostly you could expect to be somewhere in like the 4 to 6 or
Range of
700,000 range.
okay.
Yeah.
Are there any upcoming projects or developments in the neighborhood that listeners should be excited about?
Yes, so we are currently finishing up our fourth and probably final full phase here,
Mhm.
but we are super excited that we are getting a few more home sites coming soon.
Oh, okay.
So that is something you'll have to stay tuned for. We don't even know like
Uh-huh.
exact like layouts,
Uh-huh.
um, price points, or style of homes yet, but we
Okay.
are being told that we will have a variety. So
Ooh, okay.
some more to come.
All right.
Soon. Very
Yeah.
soon.
Very soon,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good. So, what do you love most about showing and selling homes in this community? I'll start with you,
Okay.
Jesse.
That's a good question. I mean, it just depends on the day.
Uh-huh.
We get to meet so many different people here,
Mhm.
all with like different personalities,
Mhm.
different needs, different wants. I think it's just fun to meet so many new people
Mhm.
and see like them get very excited about what
Yeah.
we have to offer here.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part of this job. We always have something for everybody,
Mhm.
no matter what their list is, and people just have never seen a neighborhood like this in the South Hills. So I
Okay.
think like as we tell them about what's available here, just seeing them get excited and want to call this home is the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you? What do you love most about showing and selling homes in this community?
I think that I obviously agree with everything that Jess says.
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
if we didn't love working with the people that we get to work with, we
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing this as long as we have been.
Mhm.
But I think something that's pretty special about charter homes specifically is that we don't do the same. It's not like copy and paste, rinse and repeat. I think that we are very thoughtful about creating new things.
Mhm.
And so there's constantly a new design coming. And I think that that's exciting
Mhm.
because oftentimes like you can see the same floor plans over and over again
Yeah.
with some of the
Mhm.
production
Yeah.
builders that are out
Mhm.
there, and you've been seeing the same floor plans for years and years on
Right.
end. And while that works for
Right.
certain builders, I think that that's something that's very exciting about what's happening here at Charter, is that we're not doing the same thing over and over
Mm.
again,
Mm.
um, because there's always something new,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting to see like what's coming next,
Yeah. That's nice.
and
Yeah.
to be able to show it off to people.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, exciting. Now, in case I didn't ask, how long has this been here?
we
Hastings?
have been selling here for almost 10 years, a
Yeah.
little under 10 years.
hmm
Little
This
under 10
opened
years.
in 2017. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So, my podcast is Seeking Wisdom Through Real Estate.
Yeah.
hmm
So, for each of you, what's a piece of wisdom that you would like to give my viewers today?
You go first.
I was just going to say to be open minded,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's something that people can sometimes miss beautiful opportunities that are in front of them as a home
Yeah.
buyer. I see it happen all the time because they think that, they know exactly what they want, but I see it happen all the time that their eyes are open to something they never thought was what they wanted, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, or I never thought about this for
Mm-hmm.
me, and all of a sudden they've surprised themselves.
Yeah.
So I think to keep an open mind, I think so much of real estate is an open mind. I think it's
Mhm.
hard to find exactly everything that you want
Right.
in real estate. If you
Mhm.
have found everything you want, it's not the price tag that you want it to be.
Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think that that's
Yeah.
probably, my biggest piece of advice is to just keep an open mind.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
And just to feed off of what Rosie is saying, like the price tag.
Yes.
So that is something there are so many different like loan programs we can help you
Mhm.
find. Don't think that you can't afford to live in a neighborhood like Hastings.
Mhm.
You don't have to have 20% down like we mentioned
Mhm.
earlier. There are so many different programs out there. So we're always here to help with the financial side too and make a
Mhm.
payment work for you. So
I like that you mentioned that too, because that might have, deterred somebody from
yeah, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So that's good.
exactly.
That's good to
Yeah.
know. So I like that. And how can our viewers get a hold of you guys?
Probably the best way would just be to go to our website. So if you
Mhm.
just Google Charter Homes at Hastings
Mhm.
and go to our
Mhm.
website, there's an easy way to contact Jess and I
Okay.
on the website. Our picture is right at the bottom. You can call
Okay.
us, you can email us, whatever it is that you can schedule an appointment right from our website.
Okay.
that's probably the easiest way.
Okay, and we'll put that in the description too for you
Perfect.
guys. All righty, so thanks again for joining us
Thank you
today.
so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
It was so nice meeting you.
Yes, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. So please subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment and let me know what you think and would like to see in another video. See you next week when we will be seeking more wisdom through real estate. God bless.